Heartbreak as US deports 70-year-old Nigerian man after 50 years. He has no home. Wow, he has no home care. An elderly Nigerian man was reportedly deported from the United States after living there for over 5 decades. His granddaughter shared the emotional story on TikTok, where he has no home or support in Nigeria. The 70-year-old was said to have been deported without communication, sparking sympathy and debate online. An elderly Nigerian man has reportedly been deported from the United States after living in the country for more than his whole life. The report was shared by his granddaughter on social media. According to her grandfather, who left the United States, US, after living there for over decades, this woman, identified on TikTok as Magic, shared the emotional story while seeking help and support for her grandfather. She said that the elderly man, whom she identified as Joe, left Nigeria at the age of 19 and has lived in the United States ever since then. Wow. She explained that after nearly 50 years abroad, he is now, despite having no home or immediate support system in the country. This morning I woke up to the saddest news I could have ever received. My grandfather, who was no longer have a place to live in Nigeria, has been deported onto Lagos after living nearly 5 decades. Has been deported after living 5 decades in the United States. It's really sad though. It's really sad after spending all your life somewhere and then they are deporting you back and then you don't have a place to even come back to. The lady added that most of his family members live in the United States and that he has no place to stay in Nigeria. Oh my God, serious. All the families are here. He has no place to live back home. To wake up to the news that he can never return has been truly heartbreaking. Providing further details in the comment section of her post, she stated that her grandfather is about 70 years old and has not returned to Nigeria since living as a teenager since 19. That's unfair for them to deport him. Why? What did he do? What did he do? Providing further details in the comment section of her post, she said that her boss is about 70 years. She said that her grandfather is about 70 years and has not returned to Nigeria since living as a teenager. Moral of the story is 70 years old, hasn't been back home since he was 19 or his early 20s. Nigeria is completely different. He was deported without documentation or any cause. Everything is happening so fast. We still haven't heard from him. Wow. The emotional post has fueled emotions online, with many expressing sympathy for the elderly man and concern over the challenges he may face adjusting to life in a country he has not lived in for decades. Some of the comments are below. So what did you do that warranted not becoming a citizen for 50 years? Exactly, like, why? For 50 years, they did not think of making you a citizen of their country. I want to be deported so bad and I'm from America. I'll trade places with him. He can come back. I don't even have to pack nothing. I'm ready to go now. So some people are so heartless. My God, at the point, who cares if you are stolen the actual proper document? This is stolen hand and no arbitrary drown borders exist in the real world. I hope we can do something to get him back. I really hope they can do something to get him back. Probably they would advocate and beg Trump because I don't know. Francis Bernard says this story doesn't make sense. 50 years in America, no papers, but children and grandchildren have papers, of course, because he probably got married to somebody there. Since he didn't come back to Nigeria, that means he probably saw his wife there and they have their kids there. Of course the kids will have paper. Francis Bernard, they will have paper. Adeyemi said he should have continued, he should have told Trump that he doesn't have any relatives in Nigeria. Now, Trump will hear that one. Trump know they hear anything now. Ife Jeremy says his children and grandchildren have failed. That's what it means. they couldn't take care of him at old age to face such embarrassment when his family should have provided him with all social support he needed at old age. The effect of modern life and Western life. So, at my balance says I can assist to take care of him. Really? Oh yeah, now, go and employ. Go and write a letter. I mean, Sabah said this is the work of the Messiah and Savior of my people across the Niger. The only thing they like about him is to bomb Iran. What's this I'm saying? It's a McBallam says, thank God he still has a granddaughter like you. God, it is the duty of your immediate carbon copy. Immediate father to cater for him. Also, why did you people allow him to be deported? You people should have found a place in your village where he can stay around and posting this here, except you people don't want to let us know what happened. If you answer themselves, we thank God that our brother and son is back home, life and 70, you still want to remain there. The deportation was by God's intervention, so that what time do you want to come back again? And he doesn't have any, obviously, probably his parents are long gone. Probably he doesn't have any siblings or anything. Or probably all of them are even there abroad. So, how is he supposed to know anybody? It is well low. Abdullah says, why can't you come after getting what you want and settle down or start up something down there? What does he want after 50 years that they didn't give it to him? It is well low. There's still 3 sentences. Let him back and join the village vigilante or chief priest to his village oracle. Nonsense man. In fact, na God catch him. As how? I don't understand. Some of you are just wicked. Now wow. Chinedu says 19-year-old cannot remember his biological home, cannot be able to process his papers on time, is an imbecile. Maybe he's not even in Nigeria. No Nigerian man will behave like that. Now he says that his ancestors bring him back, mysterious to come take care of home and prepare to join them soon. Joseph Eyini says, lucky him now I go no say no place like home. After 50 years in America, you don't think of building one block for Nigeria. This will serve as a lesson to others. Probably think it's because he thinks he doesn't have anybody there. That's why I didn't think of doing that. Pascal actually says some people are so useless, more than 5 decades, and you were chasing shadows, and this has no balance. So well, welcome to Hellfire Nigeria. Peter says, hold your heart, there is hope you are alive. God is in control. God can send help. And listeners, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.